All right, let's start with the big news coming in. Pakistan cornered at the UNSC meet on Kashmir members. The members, in fact, reject Pakistan's false flag narrative. Up on your screens, we have the details of the big news coming in. Calling UN Security Council meet on Kashmir, boomerangs on Pakistan. The UNSC members condemn Pahalgam terror attack. Pakistan is cornered at the UNSC meet on Kashmir. On the Pahalgam, also members reject Pakistan's false flag narrative. Nations reject its false flag narrative and criticize religious targeting. The UNSC members condemned Pahalgam terror attack. And Pakistan's escalatory missile tests and nuclear rhetoric was also criticized at the forum. So here we have the breaking news coming in just now. Members at the UNSC accuse Pakistan of escalating the situation, and Pakistan is questioned over Pahalgam attack and LET links. This is another backlash to Pakistan at the global platform. The UN Security Council meet on Kashmir, called by Pakistan, boomerangs on it. The members at the UNSC reject Pakistan's false flag narrative and also criticize Pakistan for religious targeting. So this is the big breaking we are tracking at this hour. Pakistan criticized at the UNSC meet as tensions between India and Pakistan escalate in the wake of Pahalgam terrorist attack. The United Nations Security Council held closed-door consultations on the current situation. The UNSC discusses India-Pakistan tensions, and also at the closed-door consultations, Pakistan was cornered on the Kashmir issue. The members at the UNSC rejected Pakistan's false flag narrative. Remember, these consultations were held at Pakistan's request, but members criticized religious targeting and also Pakistan's links to LET. The UNSC members also condemned Pahalgam terror attack and also Pakistan's escalatory missile tests and nuclear rhetoric were criticized at the forum. Secretary General Antonio Guterres warned against military escalation, and also Antonio Guterres, the Secretary General, urged restraint on both sides. Amritpal Singh joins us on phone line to get us more. Amrit, we've told our viewers how the UNSC meet called by Pakistan on the Kashmir issue boomerangs on itself. Get us more details, though we tell our viewers that it was a closed-door meeting, but still get us more. What more can we get from you?
All right. Basically, Preeti, Pakistan had called. Pakistan is a member, a non-permanent member of the Security Council. It sits on the Security Council. So, by virtue of that, it had called a meeting on the rising tensions between India and Pakistan. Understandably, Pakistan, put out its narrative saying that, look, India is beating up the war drums. The world should act. It tried to internationalize Kashmir, which it always does. It said it's a false flag operation done by the Indians themselves, and now the Indians don't have any evidence and they're accusing Pakistan. They're just looking for an excuse to attack Pakistan. Now, this was Pakistan's spirited attempt to convince the international community. They cried Turkey. It did not cut ice with the with the members sitting there, both permanent and non-permanent. China understandably was quiet, but the other members told Pakistanis in no uncertain terms that, look, we do not believe this narrative that you're spewing about it being an Indian operation or a false flag operation. There are, actors involved in it. They were asked whether there could be possible links with the Lashkar-e-Taiba, because the world knows very well that, Lashkar-e-Taiba operates, though under different names, offshoots like the Resistance Front, Jamaat-ud-Dawa, etc., because it's a banned organization. Hafiz Saeed is so-called in a custody, but he roams around freely in the in Pakistan. So they were confronted with all that. So the world put that aside, saying that false flag narrative is all bunkum. We do not buy that. Secondly, they were very clearly told that, look, there is a terrorist attack and there is a need for accountability. You either bring the perpetrators of this attack to justice and sort it out with the Indians and work towards finishing this, or and bring accountability for the Pahalgam attack, or you face consequences. Then, they were told that, these missile tests and this nuclear rhetoric that we are a nuclear nation and we have missiles and we can attack and we can press the nuclear button. Stop this rhetoric, because these are escalatory factors on your end. And also they were clear. So basically Pakistan failed in its efforts to internationalize Kashmir. They were told in no uncertain terms, sort it out bilaterally with the Indians, and there is no point bringing it up because the world sees you for what you're doing. So that's what transpired there.
All right, Amrit. Now these consultations were closed-door consultations. At the same time, these did not take place at the iconic horseshoe table there. In spite of this, the Secretary General did use stern words. He warned against military escalation and he urged restraint on both sides. And also you tell us that the members did use difficult and stern words talking about role of Pakistan and also how terrorism emanated from that soil, led to the Pahalgam terror attack. Help us understand the importance of this session on the global page. What is the footing of this session when a closed-door consultation takes place? The nations are are putting their foot against Pakistan. They do criticize the Pahalgam terror attack. But then, what is the significance of this consultation?
No, the significance is that as I said, Pakistanis sit on the Security Council as non-permanent members. So they moved a resolution. They called for a discussion on it, saying that, we are the victims, India is the aggressor. So that was their attempt, so that they could bring in global pressure on India to, not take any kind of action if India is mulling that. And they said India is, beating the war drums, and we are not involved, and our people are not involved. So that did not cut ice with the international community. They were, as I said, all the points that you've listed out, and I told you, they were told in no uncertain terms that we do not buy this narrative. So they basically went home with mud on their face. They tried to internationalize this, thinking that, the global pressure would act on India. But they were told, because, as you said, it was a closed-door session, Pakistanis had called it, thinking they will be able to get the world on their side. The world sees what it is. They were told that, please do not get into this. We do not buy the false flag theory. Sort it out bilaterally with India. There is no point bringing it up here. So they could not garner the kind of support they were looking at garnering. About the Secretary General. The Secretary General spoke like the UN chief does, asking for restraint on both sides. So he did what typically UN does. Saying that, don't fight and talk it out. So that's what transpired.
All right, Amrit. Help us also understand the way measures have been taken by India, in the aftermath of the Pahalgam attacks. How do you see the days ahead pan out? It's difficult to contemplate. But then as a journalist, what is your evaluation of the situation right now?
No, it's not difficult to contemplate. It's very easy to contemplate. You go on social media, you go on television channels, everybody is contemplating, but so are those in the security establishment. The idea is, Preeti, the Indian strategy is very clear, that a terrorist attack has taken place. It's not a one-off. It has been a consistent pattern. Pakistan, despite its assurances to the international community, hasn't followed the norms of a civilized nation. That is to say that they haven't stopped the terror factory operating from their soil. In fact, they've used them as strategic assets to bleed India as and when they can. Indian strategy is very clear that if you do such acts, there will be a cost to it. You inflict pain on us, we will inflict pain back on you. If required, with a vengeance. At multiple levels. At military options are on the table, economic options are on the table, diplomatic options are on the table. So you inflict pain, we raise the bar, we inflict pain back at you till the time you stop doing what you do. So the idea is to assert the red lines, that these red lines cannot be crossed. You cross them, you pay a price. There is a cost to it. So those costs have to be paid by you.
All right, Amrit, we'll leave it here. Thank you so much for joining in with those details and those insights. That was our correspondent, Amrit Pal Singh, explaining to us the importance of the consultations at the UNSC. Another big news coming in now from Central District of Kashmir Division, Pahalgam, where 2 suspected terror associates have been held with arms and ammunition. DD India correspondent Vishal Baristow is with us to get us more on that. Vishal, how important is this? Get us more. We tell our viewers that 2 suspected terror associates have been held with arms and ammunition. What more can you add to it?
Well, a very good morning to you, Preeti. We've been telling our viewers that cordon and search operation is on throughout the Jammu and Kashmir area, especially the valley area. And here we are talking about the Buchipora Kavusa road, and during the Nakabandi, which is you just block the road and search the vehicles, the security forces, they apprehended 2 terror assistants, we have been informed, and from them the arms and ammunition were recovered. The investigation is on, but definitely it calls for an alarm because Pahalgam is quite near to Srinagar, and the search operations are still on. So meanwhile, the Pakistan army continues to violate the ceasefire for the 12th day at different locations on the line of control. Indian army is also retaliating, but the search operations are revealing a lot of evidences against Pakistan, because the overground workers are also in some way connected to the Lashkar-e-Taiba and its offshoots. This is how India plans to tell the world how things are getting worse there in Pakistan, because it's a weak government, it's a banana republic, and that is why it is trying to flex its muscles. The Pakistan army. And we also read, according to the Pakistani media, one of the former military officers, he also claimed that Asim Munir, it was the brainchild of Asim Munir, this Pahalgam attack, while Pakistan goes to the United Nations and says that we have nothing to do with it. So these are the revelations coming from across the border, the witnesses and the evidence is being collected by the joint operation, also being headed by the NASA. Everything is pointing fingers towards Pakistan. Meanwhile, Pakistan continue to beat the rhetoric, continue to repeat the narrative that it's a nuclear nation, not forgetting that India had nuclear arms before Pakistan could somehow manage through other countries through the back doors. But India is a nuclear power and it has got every right to defend its people. Preeti?
All right, Vishal, you're there in Srinagar. Also, get us a sense of the situation there. We have been telling our viewers about how tourists have been expressing confidence and they have been returning to the valley. You're there. Get us more as to what is it that you witness on the ground at present.
Well, the mood is absolutely quite sad here. Let me be very honest. Yes, the tourists are coming back. They are having confidence in the security forces. There is no letting down as far as the hospitality of the people, because this was their time to earn money, Preeti. This was their time to earn for the whole year. And when you have a situation like this, definitely it is not taken lightly by these people. In fact, they are very much in anger against this attack, because they know that it's a direct attack on their belly. That is why the people are all in opposition against Pakistan. Yes, the tourists are coming, they are coming back, but the situation is absolutely different. It's a sea change, because what we could see is in smaller groups the tourists are coming. They are happy to move around. They have all words of praise for the local people, but the numbers have gone down drastically.
All right, Vishal, thank you so much for joining in with those details from Srinagar. That was our correspondent Vishal Baristow telling us more about the suspected terror associates who have been held with arms and ammunition. And he also got us the current update on the ceasefire violations. We will keep you posted. That was the latest we were tracking on the Pahalgam on the aftermath of the Pahalgam terror attack, the developments both internationally, the consultations that were held at the UNSC, and domestically, the situation in Kashmir, and also the investigations that are currently underway. We will keep you updated.